Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna make it now.
So you have this big
Tell them
backdrop just
tell
in
them
case
to
anything
order.
happens.
I don't have
Do we have a frequency already?
Well, we don't know what you said was wrong, so.
I mean, we're on receive it's connected to it already.
Oh, no, no.
About to link to the YouTube page. It's already streaming.
over.
Yeah.
Sure. Of course.
Taiwan, you are now streaming. Just be careful of what you're filming. Hmm? Yes. It's library. We have to check.
Is everything okay?
We are gonna check that now.
Are we doing 30-second intros for senators?
And that's it. No closing statements. Just 30-second intro.
Okay. Speakers get closing statements? Speakers get closing
Yes.
statements?
You want to read that?
Okay, candidates, y'all have a seat for a second. I'm gonna make an announcement really quickly to all the candidates. If you guys will have a seat. So, of course, you guys know we're gonna candidates. If the candidates who are debating tonight could have a seat over here. So I just want to make this announcement once. So, are we all good? Okay. So as you guys know, the speakers are going first, then the education centers, and then the senators for the business school. Adrian, when I'm done with this, Adrian's gonna announce the rounds for the business school. There are going to be 4 rounds. So you need to remember what rounds it is, because he's gonna get up and say, well, the second round,
Sound.
the third
Is it
round,
matching up
he's
with
going to
his?
say the others will have a seat. You are not allowed, and make sure you guys help us reinforce the fact that you're not allowed to cross the floor from
Yes.
that side. And if you're going to go behind the cameras. And finally, do not touch the microphone with your hands over your lips. Don't touch it. The microphones are made in a way where they pick up the sound that's immediately around the microphone. So lean in so the microphone can be heard, but don't touch the microphone. And also, don't lean on the stand, please. Because last night the stand almost to the floor because people were leaning on it. So just do your best. Now, I know you guys are going to have nerves and stuff, but do your best not to lean on the stand. Are there any questions that you guys want to know? No? Okay. And so, Adrian will go ahead and let you guys know what we're going to do. This is for the business.
This might be like the first debate.
Are you ready?
No, you can't hear me?
Are you ready?
I mean, yeah. Can everybody hear me? All right, cool. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good luck tonight. I'm going to go ahead and review the order for everybody so that you guys have less confusion when you guys come out and stand at these stands. He told me to just go over business school, but I'll run over where everybody was standing as far as the speakers of the Senate as well, too. And this order starts from the furthest stand.
What was up?
It starts from the furthest stand going this way. So it'll be Blessing, Anicia, and Janae. That's the speaker of the Senate. Again, it's Blessing, Anicia, and Janae. Did y'all hear that? Cool. So for college of education, it's going to be Jacob, Kevin, and Chanel. Jacob, Kevin, and Chanel. You got it? Cool. All right, so now for the business school. So first round is going to be, when I say your name, can you raise your hand, please, too? Jonathan Jones, Jan Mata, Diamond Miller, Viviana Santana, Kalila, Bobby. Bobby. Oh, all right. All right, that's the first round. You guys need to repeat that. You guys remember the first round?
I turned off volume because I don't think they want to hear roll call.
Second round is going to be Donald Ray.
Savannah. doing it on and on.
That's the second round. Did y'all hear that?
Volume, okay,
Cool.
It's like, an over
Third round. Maggie,
response. Like, if people are asking questions.
Maggie,
It's like a recurring theme. Okay.
Joya,
But like, we gotta,
Akina. I said it right? Okay. Josh,
bucket's still back there. It's up to us.
Federico. And that's it for the third round. So the fourth round, final round, would be Alexis Rickman. Amir, am I saying it right? Say it again? Emir? Okay, Emir, Brian, Cherise, and Michael. That'll be the last round. Cool? Does anybody need me to repeat what round they're in? So everybody's clear what round they're in. All right, cool. Are there any other questions? Cool.
Okay, everyone, please, attention, please. If everyone will please, what's her name? Tammy. Tammy, will you raise your hand? No one should be sitting past Tammy. So if you're sitting past where the young lady with her hand raised, please move closer to the front, closer to the front. So no one should be standing past Tammy. Thank you. It's for the benefit of your hearing, please. Thank you. Same thing, same.
For the intro, do I take ours and just move the microphone for the intro? So I take that one?
Oh, somebody will come in and close, please.
Guys, if you're a candidate that's debating tonight, please have a seat in this section of the room. If you are a candidate that is debating tonight, please have a seat in this section of the room. I'm sorry if you don't get to sit with your friends, but please have a seat in this section of the room. Thank you, guys.
It's just that family right there. That's where they should be stopping.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna ask you just one more time.
Troy, it looks like we can sit and chill today.
Test.
Like for some reason, right? It's not doing it.
What is?
Like the lifesaver, people say it's private. Well, yeah.
Well,
You want to go to the wheel? See if it's like the smartphone.
I don't. Wait, there's a. Now we know.
Thank God. Thank God for that. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. I was like so afraid that they were gonna start doing stuff, and I was like not gonna be able to tell you guys.
Test, test. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Everybody getting settled? Everybody excited for the great debates this evening? Awesome. I get a little enthusiasm here. Let's have a round of applause for the candidates. So hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're just joining us, as it seems some of the Panther football team might be. My name is Sean Keenan, and I'll be your debate moderator again tonight and tomorrow. I'm the news editor of your ever-humbled Signal newspaper, which has allocated its forces to help facilitate the operations of these great debates. We're here to help you better understand the qualifications these candidates have to carry out the many roles of student politicians. Tonight's debates will surround the race for SGA's Speaker of the Senate seat for Georgia State's Atlanta campus. Also taking the stage tonight will be candidates vying for the Senate vacancies in the College of Education and the College of Business. The College of Education currently only has 3 candidates running for 3 seats, meaning each candidate need only secure 1 vote in favor of them. They're here to tell you why they deserve that vote. The College of Business, one of the larger schools represented among the Student Senate, has offered up more than 20 candidates hoping to take the position with only 7 vacancies. Joining me today at the moderator's table is SGA's VP of Academic Affairs, David Jackson, who's been serving as the race's election commissioner. He'll be grabbing the mic from me in just a second. Tonight, as with last night, we'll begin with 1-minute introductions from the speaker candidates. 60 seconds will be provided for answers, and 30 seconds will be provided for rebuttals or follow-ups should they take the opportunity. Senators will each have 30 seconds to introduce themselves and 30 seconds to answer the questions. As you guys might have noticed, we've upgraded our tech this evening, so it shouldn't be such a hassle to hear our softer-spoken candidates, and you now get to hear my enchanting voice amplified. But, candidates, as inviting as it may seem to share a kiss with the microphone, we're going to have to ask you to not touch the mics at any time. You could mess with our sound equipment or overstep your bounds with an innocent microphone stand that didn't want you touching it in the first place. So, having said that, we also don't want you walking anywhere in front of our cameras. That will screw up our live feed. And on that very odd note, I'd like to introduce VP David Jackson.
Good evening, everyone. As Sean said, my name is David Jackson, Jr., and I serve as SGA's current Vice President of Academic Affairs, and I also serve as this year's Chief Election Commissioner. So it's my job, along with the commission, my wonderful, wonderful commission, to help us execute these debates and the elections and polls as well as possible. And so I really hope that you all will enjoy tonight's events. As Sean stated, the Speaker of the Senate race, we have 3 lovely candidates vying for 1 position. The most contested race in SGA this year, and all the years that I've ever been in SGA, is the business college race. There are 21 candidates vying for 7 seats. So that means only 7 folks will get it, but we have 21 people. So pay special attention to these individuals tonight. And also we will have our education senators, as Sean said, who are by default going to win because no one else is running against them. And so the debates mean a little something special to me tonight as well, because I was a senator first for the College of Arts and Sciences and Student Government Association before I became elected to the vice presidentship. And so bringing a few words tonight, like last night we had our current SGA president here at the Atlanta campus, Tierra Mayfield. I would like everyone to please give a warm welcome to the current SGA president at the Georgia State Alpharetta campus, Mr. Adam Smith, please.
Hi, as David said, my name's Adam Smith, and I'm the current president of the Alpharetta campus. I can't thank you all enough for coming out. It's great to see students involved in the election process of electing your new student government representatives. I'm serving my 2nd term, so I've worked with a lot of student government leaders, and the things that I like to look for is integrity, commitment, and experience, and especially integrity, because you can see people running for office, and they look good, they have a good resume, but once you get to know them, they might not look good for that position, or they shouldn't be holding that position. So I really think y'all should look highly at these candidates, look into their platforms, and as a representative and a voice for all these students, commitment, and as I said, integrity is really something to look for. And so back to David. Here you go. And good luck.
Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for. If you will please join me in welcoming to the stage our candidates for the Speaker of the Senate. First up, we have current Senator Blessing Akoma. Miss Anicia Loy. And last but not least, SGA's current parliamentarian, Miss Janae Williams.
You still good on the mic?
Everyone, please welcome to the stage our candidates for the Speaker of the Senate.
All right, let's kick it off. This first question will be directed at Ms. Williams. Oh, sorry. We'll start with 1-minute introductions from each candidate. Ms. Williams, kick us off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2016 debates. I am a big and firm believer in quotes, and I live by the quote, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is your best. Coming into SGA, I was good, I was the parliamentarian, and then I proceeded on to become the best that I could be by allowing myself to go over and beyond and learn not only my position as the parliamentarian, but over what is expected of me, so that I could be the best candidate here at this stage right now for the 2016 Speaker of the Senate. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anicia Loy. I am a current public policy major here at Georgia State University and a Spanish minor. I also have a quote for you. My quote is, don't strive to be well known, strive to be worth knowing. And I hope you get to know me as your next Speaker of the Senate.
Good evening, my Panther family. I'm Senator Blessing Akoma, and I want to thank you all for taking time out tonight to come support your candidates. I'm currently a senior biology major with a pre-medical concentration. Tonight, I stand before you with a mission to become the next Speaker of the Senate. Since I transferred to Georgia State University, I have been a part of the Student Government Association. I've been a transfer liaison, and currently I am a senator representing the College of Arts and Sciences. Outside of student government, I have been a mentor for a freshman learning community of about 22 students. I am a student assistant with the Scholarship Resource Center, and also I am a proud member of the African Students Association. If elected as Speaker of the Senate, I will work diligently with my EVP, Shamari Southwell, and the rest of the Senate to enhance campus safety measures, encourage diversity, promote resources, and foster unity and transparency within the Senate and relations outside the Senate. I am Blessing Akoma, your next Speaker of the Senate. Together we will rise, together we will rapidly increase states' endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Candidates, please be reminded not to touch the microphones, please, and not to lean on the stands. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get started, guys.
Okay, the first question is directed at Ms. Williams. As the Speaker of the Senate, much of your work will require direct interactions with over 30 elected and appointed SGA representatives, especially senators. How do you plan to build and foster these relationships with these individuals?
Thank you for that question. My first plan that I want to help so that I can have the best connection with the Senate is to make sure that I set up a personal office hours to let them know that they can come see me when and ever they need me. That will be my first point. Second, I also have set up plans where I want to make sure that outside of SGA, we have a community, that we have the opportunity to bond with one another so that we know that we can come to each other and effectively communicate with one another. And third, just to be ourselves and be genuine in all that we do and make sure that if we have that first, even though I stated it last, make sure if we have that we can come together as a family and be the best that we can for the senators and for the student body here at Georgia State University.
Thank you. Would anyone care to follow up? Moving on. This next question is for Ms. Loy. The Signal ran a story a few months ago when SGA senators were unprepared to discuss changes in their constitution and bylaws when they were being amended to adjust to the consolidation. How can you ensure that senators under your oversight are constantly doing their homework?
Great question, thank you. I'll make sure that they are doing their homework by holding each senator accountable. Everybody who is elected to SGA, we all have a mission and a purpose to serve. So if we hold each other accountable, we can make sure that we're all doing our job properly.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up?
Go ahead.
Ms. Acomas.
I think the first thing that's very important is addressing what we need to change. I believe some of the senators may not have been aware of the importance of what we were going through or the bylaws that we were looking at. And I believe that it's important that once the senators understand how important it is the work we do for the student body, then we can develop a vision and a strategy, communicate this vision, and work on this vision together. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Acomas,
Yes.
you're running on the ticket with Executive Vice Presidential candidate Shamari Southwell. Do you think his presentation yesterday accurately illustrated the themes of your party? And how can you expand or improve upon his presentation yesterday?
Thank you for that question. I believe he did a wonderful job last night expressing our platforms together, but also some of the things that he may not have touched on was our SGA Now pamphlet, which is a big part of us reaching out to the student community and increasing transparency. One thing on SGA Now, which we'll be releasing either bi-weekly or bi-monthly, will have tips and important things for help students. Also, it will have information that what goes on in SGA. That way, conversations we have in our Senate meetings are had outside SGA. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up? Oh, sorry. This next question is for Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, it's been alleged that you are or were in a relationship with another SGA candidate. Should you both be elected, how can you assure the student body there will be no tabloid, People magazine-esque drama among the SGA office?
Thank you for that question. I first want to say we came here for the debate, and I want it to stay that way, but I still will proceed on and answer your question. I do not have any relationship with that young man, but thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Ms. Williams, thank you. Okay. This question is for all three of our candidates, but especially to the Ms. Acomas and Ms. Williams. You both are running on parties with, in conjunction with individuals running for EVP. Ms. Loy, you are not. How do you all plan to work with the next executive vice president? And especially for the two of you, how do you plan to work with that person if they're not your running mate?
You can go first.
Okay. Well, I think the first step is building a relationship. Mr. Corey Gray, Mr. Anthony, I believe, are both running for executive vice president. And I've already worked with them in the Senate, and I believe that working with them again as their speaker would go very smoothly. As long as we have one goal and one vision for the Senate, I believe we can work very well efficiently. Thank you.
Ms. Loy?
Personally, being that I'm not running on a ticket with anyone, I'm very open to working with anyone. I've worked with each of the candidates in other aspects, like we've had an event before with another organization I'm in. So I've worked with all of them hands-on. They're all great candidates, so that wouldn't be an issue for me.
For me, I already have personal relationships with all three candidates, and so I'm very big on making genuine connections, and with that, you can get almost anything done. And if it's genuine, you guys will come to an agreement. Y'all will make sure that everything is the best for the student body. And so with that being said, having that genuine connection, I will be A-okay with anyone who is elected in that position.
Thank you. This question is for Ms. Loy. In your platform profile sent to the Signal, you said you plan to advocate for the school's less fortunate, possibly impoverished student population. What have you been doing and what can you be doing to reach out to those students to encourage their vote?
Thank you. Good question. What I've been doing recently is I've held clothing drives that directly impact the Georgia State students. I know a lot of organizations on campus will hold clothes and food drives, but they'll donate it to like the Atlanta Mission. And sometimes they forget the students at Georgia State that are homeless or that are less fortunate, being that we live in the city. So I've held personal drives, some through the NAACP and some through the Children's Hospital I worked at. And we've researched what students are in need, and we've contacted them and given them those resources that will help them be able to be a student at Georgia State despite their circumstances.
Thank you. This next question is for Ms. Acomas. As to Senate leadership, how do you hope to work with various chair positions to address the issues specific to their purpose? For example, the Student Life Senate chairperson.
Could you repeat that question, please?
Yes, sorry.
You said it correctly. As for Senate leadership, so for example, the Senate next year will be comprised of the Speaker of the Senate and 3 Senate chairpersons, 1 for Student Life, 1 for Academic Affairs, and 1 for Student Services. How do you plan to work with those chairpersons, Ms. Acomas, to achieve your goals?
So I've been a part of multiple organizations, and I've worked with different kinds of people from everywhere in Georgia State. And I believe working with different people together towards one mission will not be so difficult. Another thing is I was a part of a program called Panther Leap where they taught us about leadership and working with different groups of people. So I believe that training will definitely come in handy when I'm working with these people.
Thank you. This next question is for Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, you've expressed your desire to shed more light on constituent days. How do you plan to incentivize students to come out and interact with their leaders?
Thank you for that question. Here at Georgia State University, you have a lot of opportunities and you're given a lot of things, but a lot of times they're not on the forefront and allowing you to know where it's at or how to locate it. And with that being said, I will make it more publicized in like library plazas, because I know that is an event where a lot of students come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays when the community of Georgia State University has a break from 12 to 1, utilizing that time to shed light on organizations that Georgia State, or the constituent days that Georgia State will be hosting, so that people can come out, because those are a lot of numbers in that time and efforts in that moment.
Thank you. Does anyone care to add? Moving on, next question is for Ms. Loy. Ms. Loy, how safe would you say students feel on campus, as campus safety is one of your main priorities? How would you address concerns?
I would well, first let me answer the first part. I don't think students feel as safe as they should on a college campus. We are located in the heart of downtown Atlanta, which means pretty much anything that happens in the city, we're at risk for happening to our students here. I think some of the most important things to do would make sure we're really reinforcing the police that are centered around Atlanta. Georgia State has its own police precinct, so we need to make sure that all of those officers are actively participating in protecting the students. I know a lot of times we'll see some officers who are not actively, I would say actively participating in protecting and monitoring, making sure that students are safe. So that would be one thing, just holding people accountable. If you're in that uniform, people should be able to come to you and talk, and also limiting the response time when people are alerting the call boxes, that people should be able to arrive in a certain amount of time, so we can form that reliability that if I call, somebody's going to be here in a timely manner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone care to add?
Excuse me. I feel like the students may not feel as safe because they're not properly educated on how to handle themselves and take care of themselves in risky or unsafe situations. So my partner and I, Shamari, will ensure that we partner with programs such as GSUPD to advertise things such as self-defense classes that we can have in the rec center that everybody can attend, or make it mandatory for inceptors to have some sort of self-defense or learn about gun control. So as our transfer students, they should not be left out of the Panther family as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Comas, starting with Mr. Comas, please finish this sentence. Guns on campus are...
Not necessary. Let me expand.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think guns on campus are necessary. I do believe some people feel safer with a gun on campus. But I do know we ran a poll with SGA where we had the Lieutenant Ware here and the chief of the police over there as well. And a lot of the students did not want guns on campus because I feel like it'd be very uncomfortable to walk into a lecture hall such as this and have somebody next to you have a gun strapped to their side just because they're old enough to hold one. So I think it's not necessary. I genuinely believe students should be educated on how to conduct themselves, how to conduct their property, and how to handle themselves when they're in unsafe situations. Thank you.
Either of the other candidates care to pick up the question?
Yes, I will. Outside of SGA, I attend classes, as we all do, and I took a survey of my own amongst the students in my classes, and a lot of them reported back to me that 95% of them said that they did not want this to be allowed on campus because some of us here at Georgia State Universities have children. And I spoke with one young lady in particular, and I will not state her name because she did not want me to state it, but she says, I have a child, and sometimes I don't have the opportunities to send my child, to daycare. So when I take my child to school with me, I don't want to sit next to someone that may be angry or have an opportunity to have a gun on them just because. And with that, I felt like, statistics and facts don't lie. So I definitely had that and wanted to shed light on that. So I think it's unnecessary to, as she said, to not have guns on campus.
Thank you.
Okay. To finish your statement, guns on campus are not welcome. If you notice all of the crimes that have been going on campus, people are being robbed at gunpoint. So if you eliminate their source that they're using in the crime, maybe it'll decrease the crime that's going on campus.
Okay. Just to follow up, as you guys know, the campus carry bill is on the governor's desk. So I understand that you guys are in opposition to it, but should the legislation actually be signed into law, how would you work with the Senate to address the now very present guns on campus? We'll start with Ms. Williams.
I would definitely say I would make sure that we have training classes, that people know how to use these guns, because a lot of times just because you want to have a gun doesn't mean you know how to use it, and to use it properly, and if you were to have one, how to approach someone if they ask you about the gun. So having these training sessions that help someone not only allow them to know how to use the gun, but as well as to how to approach someone that may be scared that they have a gun on campus, and that's what I would do.
Thank you.
Ms. Lloyd?
I think Georgia State should put a policy in place that prohibits the use of guns or even having the access to carry a gun on campus. Just like smoking is a right that we all have, anybody can smoke cigarettes. Georgia State is a smoke-free campus. So I feel that in the same sense, we can put things in place that says, yes, you can carry a gun. By law, you can carry one, but on this campus, you're not going to be allowed to.
Thank you.
What I would say is first we should probably have panels with students and have safety lessons so students can learn how to handle themselves and handle those guns. But also another important thing that everyone's forgetting is that we, the student body, have a voice to the administration. And SGA has the power to write resolutions to not only our administration here at the university, but the Georgia Board of Regents, even to Georgia, the state. So if they know that students are not approving of these guns on campus, we should make our voices known by writing resolutions and speaking to the administrative bodies about our concerns. Thank you.
Next question will start with Ms. Loy. How do you plan to work with the Speaker Pro Tempore and SGA liaisons to address the needs of freshmen and transfer students?
Good question. I think that we should first survey what those students need, like what are their expectations when they're coming to college. And I think that we should work to make sure that we're fulfilling their needs as students at Georgia State. So I think that as long as we all have the same understanding and that we have the same mission, it wouldn't be complicated to work with them.
Thank you.
That's it.
Anyone care to follow up? Okay, moving on. This question is for Ms. Acomas. You've expressed your plan to bring the discussions outside of the halls of the Senate. How do you plan to gather diverse student opinions to start these conversations?
Okay. I'll start off with a quote. And this is something from my culture, and it is, if everybody's dipping their hands in the same pot of soup, then we have to know each other. So in other words, we, Shamari and I, hope to use SGA now as a way to promote resources for the students. So we believe that if all students are using the same resources, then they're going to meet with each other and bond with each other. And so that way we can promote diversity and unity among students. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up? Thank you.
The next question is for Ms. Williams. You've been acting as SGA's, of course, our parliamentarian. How would you adjust to a position, the Speaker of the Senate, which arguably requires a great deal more involvement in the legislative process?
Thank you for that question. So for those that do not know, Speaker of the Senate, that in itself, that position, you have to know the Robert's Rules of Order. And I know that very well being in the parliamentarian position that I am currently in. And so that's already kind of an easy transition for me because I have those skills and I know how to put them into place because I've done so thus far in the Senate. And so that would not really be a hard transition for me. I would just make sure that I effectively communicate with my Senate and make sure that things get passed so that we can be there for the student body at the end of the day, because that's who we're here for.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So we didn't ask this question to the presidents or the EVPs yesterday, which is the reason why I'm asking it to you guys today. As many of us know, or if you don't know, one of the most dangerous places for a young woman in America today is a college campus. How do you all plan to address the very real threat of sexual assault on our college campus? We'll begin with Ms. Lloyd.
Thank you, great question. I've already been working to address those issues. I work for Student Health Promotions currently, and we have an event that will be taking place later on in April called Take Back the Night, and it addresses the issues of sexual assault for both women and men. So if y'all come out, we're gonna educate you on what to do if you're put in a situation where somebody has sexually assaulted you, or what to do if you feel threatened on a college campus. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's so funny that you bring that up because I had a personal story with that. A friend of mine was sexually abused, and they were not really aware of what to do. And so one thing is that although SGA, we do advocate for the students and speak up for students, we should also use the power we have to advocate for other resources on campus and organizations. A lot of students don't know about the counseling services and the opportunities they have, and so we will promote that, Shamari Southwell and I. We will continue to promote that with our Senate. And also another important thing is learning how to defend yourselves. And another thing is also building community among students, because if a student sees someone else getting hurt, with that sense of community, they will protect and stand up for their fellow student. Thank you.
I would definitely, I would definitely say have events and programs, not only university-wide, but also in housing, because a lot of the times we try to overlook housing students or overlook commuter students and not make everyone feel inclusive. So making sure that I start in housing first because I live there and reside there, and have events and programs for them in the housing residential dorms, using the RAs and allowing them to know if they get in this situation what to look for, or to, if they see the situation before it is at hand, to this is how you need to address it, or make sure you go about doing X, Y, and Z so that you don't put yourself in that predicament ever again and you know signs. As well as for commuters and other students outside of housing, I hear you guys because y'all's voices matter too, and having things university-wide and making them known through Library Plaza, like I said, or utilizing the TVs in the student centers so that people can come to these programs to help benefit them so that they can feel safe at Georgia State University.
Thank you. Yeah. This will be the final question before we jump into the closing statements, and we'll start this off with Ms. Acomas. Do you feel transfer students transition into and accommodate easily to the university community, and how can you maintain or improve that standard?
Thank you for that question. So I myself was a transfer student to Georgia State University, and my transition was not as easy or as smooth as it could have been, but I met some wonderful people who helped me get used to Georgia State. I think one important thing is that transfer students are a little bit more neglected than the freshmen. They have programs such as INSEP for freshmen and overnight INSEP, and I believe programs like that should have programs like that for transfer students, where we're able to tour the university campus and see the resources available in the offices and know how to navigate ourselves around campus. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Williams.
I would definitely say have a program kind of like FLCs, because those students build bonds with those freshmen that they come into college with, and they're long lasting and they help them have a better experience here at Georgia State University. And that's what student government is about, making sure that each student here has the best college experience. And so allowing them to have maybe a program not called FLC, but a program kind of geared around something like that, so they can feel like they have someone that they can count on that's also a transfer student that they can go through this journey with together. Thank you.
Ms. Lloyd.
I do believe transfer students have the hardest time adjusting to Georgia State, being that we are an open campus, and it's very easy to get lost unless they've come from another school that was in a city. So one thing I would definitely put in place is a buddy system, and this would be like for the first 2 weeks of the semester, somebody would assist them in walking to their classes, knowing where each building is, and just really getting to know the campus better. So that would be my solution. Also, I think it's wonderful that currently during the first week of school, we have like tent setups where people can ask questions. I think that should be continued on a little bit longer than the first week because people are still trying to adjust to the semester.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Candidates, you will now offer 1-minute closing statements. And we will begin with Ms. Acoma's 1-minute closing statements.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much, especially to the supporters who come out here, because honestly, without you all, a lot of the candidates here, we would not be here. But your job does not end in just coming to the debates and screaming and clapping for us. The most important thing is making the right decision when you vote, April 5th to April 7th on OrgSync. I want you all to understand that this is a very, very important moment, and voting for me as your Speaker of the Senate will be the best investment you will make in Student Government Association here at Georgia State University. Thank you very much.
Ms. Lloyd.
You go ahead.
All right, good evening. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. We're so happy to see all of you all's faces showing your support for SGA. I'm the best candidate for SGA because I am dedicated to advocating for the issues that most affect the student body. Vote for me and we can move forward together.
Thank you all for coming out today. And as I started with a quote, I want to end with a quote. My father once told me, nothing comes to the man that always waits. And at one point, that was me. I always let someone, have the opportunity that I wanted to experience. And this opportunity being presented to me, I took full-fledged and ran with it. And I want you to know that I am already taking actions and making sure that the things that I promised to Georgia State University will be handled and executed properly for the student body. So if you elect me April 5th through 7th on OrgSync, I promise you I will not let you down. And thank you again for coming, guys.
Please give one more round of applause for our Speaker of the Senate candidate. And candidates, if you will please exit to your left and go around. You have to come back down the steps. And may we please have the candidates for the College of Education, the senator candidates for the College of Education, please come to the stage. Quickly.
Yeah, pissed them off with that question about. Yeah.
So I guess the other girl's not coming.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
She's not here. Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started.
Should we give him 60 seconds?
Education senators, there should be one more individual here. That person's not joining us tonight. So instead of receiving a 30-second introduction, you all will be allowed a 60-second introduction. But if you're more comfortable doing 30 seconds, that's fine. No, I told you guys 30, but you're more than welcome to take up the entire 60 seconds if you would like. Go ahead. We'll start with Kevin Martinez.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come out here to this debate. My name is Kevin Martinez. I am currently I'm currently an RA for University Housing. I'm also a member of Lambda Upsilon Lambda Fraternity Incorporated, and I'm also your head senator for College of Education and Human Development right now. While I do see that we do not have all candidates here, I do want you all to please take this as serious as possible because we are here to raise the bar. We are here to, I do not want this to be taken lightly just because it does not seem as competitive. I am here for you all, the students. And just as I said last year, I am here to bridge the gap between students and SGA. And I will do that by any means necessary and continue to do what I promised last year. I promise that again this year, and I will do it to the best of my abilities.
Thank you. Mr. Hill.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jacob Hill. I am a current first-year student majoring in secondary education with a minor in education psychology. Also a current senator for the College of Education and Human Development. Can y'all not hear me? I was gonna say, okay, sorry. But I am here. I've been sitting in filling a vacancy for the Senator of Education, and I have seen the progressive reforms that the student government has made this year, and I just want to go into the next year continuing the advancements that they have made, bridging the gap between administration and the students, and also now that we have this huge issue with campus safety, we want to address that as necessary as possible, and instead of attacking the police department, I want to instead inform students on what they can do to improve their own safety on this campus.
Thank you. Okay, this first question will be for Mr. Martinez, but we'd like both candidates to answer it. You only need one vote to claim the Senate seat for the College of Education. Why do you deserve that vote, and what have you been doing to ensure that voter turnout this year is significantly different than years past?
That's a good question. What I have been doing so far as SGA has been to, well, let me talk about things that I've already done. So things that I've already done for SGA now is that I have done my best to reach out to all students. I have helped to set up constituent days for my college, which is something that I promised last year as well. I promised that I would do whatever I could to help out the College of Education. However, I also said that I would not focus solely on the College of Education, that I would focus on the student population as a whole. And that is what I'm going to continue to do. And could you repeat the question, please, one more time?
So as to the voter turnout that was not so well attended last year, what have you been doing to encourage students to become voters?
What I've been doing to help to make students to become voters is that I believe that the best way of marketing and the best way to get people to come out and do stuff is to just use simple word of mouth. By simply speaking to students and telling them, hey, you should come out and vote. Hey, you have a voice. Hey, make sure that your voice is heard. And I have stressed the importance of making sure that you do what you can and you exercise your right to vote, because at the end of the day, these are the people that are going to be representing you. So it's important that you put in your voice. It's important that you use your exercise. It's important that you use your right to vote, because this is, in the long run, this is only going to benefit you all. So by talking to the students, just letting them know, hey, you need to come out, you need to come out, you need to come out, you need to do what you can do. All right.
Mr. Hill.
I think the best way to address the issue with not as many voters is we have so many people who have been running for candidates, and they have been saying basically the same thing, in my opinion, especially when it comes to safety. So I don't think the issue is how we get voters to come out. I think the issue is which voters we address, because we are addressing the same people with these same issues. We also need to, as SGA being the voice of the student body, we need to be the voice of the entire student body and just not the majority. So the best way to do that is to talk to the people who don't necessarily speak out as loud and get them out to vote, because they do have a voice as well.
Thank you. We're going to start this next question with Mr. Hill. What leadership experiences and accomplishments within SGA's Senate have prepared you to serve your peers in the student government?
In all honesty, because I have filled in a vacancy in November, I have not been in SGA as long. So my experience so far has just been sitting back and watching to see how things are done in SGA. So I cannot specifically bring out an example of leadership in Georgia State's SGA, but as far as I'm concerned, I've shown that I can be a leader in past experiences, and I've sit back so far to see how we work as an student government, and now this is my chance to step out and actually show and prove to people that I can be the leader that you all need. So that's how I answer.
Thank you. Mr. Martinez?
All right, real quick, just to speak to Jacob as well, I can also vouch for the fact that when I was setting up a constituent day for my college, that Jacob actually did help me with that as well. And so he has definitely been taking strides to help the college out as a whole as well. So also things that I have been helping with to give back to you all, the students, have been things such as Panther of the Month, which will be coming soon, which will be helping to shine light on students that are bright, young, eager leaders that are helping to develop on campus. I have been helping to give voice to students that sometimes do not have voices at all. I have been helping to pass legislation. I've been helping to support my fellow peers, my fellow senators, as well as e-board members, and just giving everything that I have as I promised.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question, we're going to start with Mr. Hill. What are the most important issues facing the College of Education and Human Development, and how do you plan to advocate to solve these problems?
It's actually very interesting that you asked me that question, because just yesterday I was sitting in class and my classmates and my professor as well, they were addressing an issue that a lot of people at the College of Education are having, especially those who are just now starting to declare their major in education, and that's placement in classrooms. There's an issue because once you get towards finishing your degree, you have to become a student teacher, and it seems as if those students are getting priority, which is understandable, but at the same time you have those who are just now starting who also need placement in classes, and it seems like they are being neglected by the placement office. So they are having to go to schools like right as they're starting testing, which doesn't create a good environment for observations to be done to create well-rounded papers and well-rounded students in the College of Education. So I definitely want to address the issue with the placement office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could you repeat the question, please?
What are the most important issues facing the College of Education and Human Development, and how do you plan to advocate to solve these problems?
I feel that one of the most important issues that we're facing right now is the fact that there are a lot of things that we are just unaware about that are happening with the college, new things that are coming to the college. Just being unaware, and just, while I feel that is not an excuse to not know, what I plan to do is to further the constituent day process in order to help bring out the deans and help bring a lot of the upper level staff in order to elaborate on things that are going on, and just to help create that transparency for the students and the staff as well, just so that we're aware of what it is that is being offered to us, because at the end of the day, we are paying for an education. So it is important that we take the full advantage of what we're paying for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This next question will start with Mr. Martinez. Do you feel your peers in the education school are being afforded an adequate amount of opportunities? How can you maintain or improve this standard?
Well, as I just stated in the question before, I feel like we are being offered a lot of opportunity, but it's just certain things that we're not aware of, like certain things that are happening, like new majors being brought in. And while we do receive those emails, I think that it's beneficial for us as an SGA to just create more of a just way of speaking to the students directly, instead of just, oh, here's an email, like, okay, yeah, it is our responsibility to read that, but at the same time, we should be just making sure that we're doing the best we can to inform the students of what it is that's going on within our college, which is why I stressed earlier that I feel that the most important way to get things across and to get information to students is word of mouth. And that is, as I stated earlier, what the Constituent Day has really improved towards the colleges.
Thank you. Mr. Hill?
I'm actually going to have to agree with Senator Martinez, because of the fact that I receive several emails constantly about well-known speakers in the education world that come to Georgia State to inform students about certain things, especially when it comes to educational issues of today. And there are just a lot of students who just aren't informed. So it's one thing to just shoot out an email, but we also have to inform them as well by mouth, that we have to actually get out there and take these opportunities that we are offered, whether it be speakers or whether it be study abroad programs or different things like that, that we just need to take advantage of and we need to be informed of more often.
Thank you. All right, this will be the last question before we're actually going to afford you guys 30-second closing statements due to the absence here. If you could tell us briefly about one local politician you admire and what characteristics make them admirable. We'll start this question with Mr. Hill.
Oh, Jesus. I'm actually not that big of a person when it comes to politicians, but I will say one thing that I do not. It's easier for me to tell you why I don't approve of certain politicians, and that is because of the fact that we are moving towards privatization of schools. So there are a lot of politicians that I can say that I do not necessarily agree with when it comes to that, especially since they're trying to privatize and for further information, turn public schools into charter schools and to come in and make it a corporate business. So I can easily tell you which politicians I do not agree with because of that situation. I do not think that schools need to be privatized. I do not think that charter schools need to come in and take over our children's education. Therefore, that's why I would say that it's easier for me to tell you which politicians I cannot agree with because of the fact that they are trying to privatize the APS school system. But as far as the ones that I like, then I can't really say because it seems like politicians these days are all trying to make a corporate business out of education.
Thank you. Mr. Martinez.
I do actually agree with Senator Hill, and just the fact that I do not believe that there are any politicians that I do admire, just because of the fact that I feel that that is just a slippery slope over there, and I just feel like it's important to if you promise something, it's important to give what you promise. If you give someone your word, it's important to go through with that. It's important to do what you promise. And those are qualities that I like. As far as why I don't admire politicians, it's just because I feel like there are a lot of things that are said to us, and just we're expected to believe it, and then we do believe it, and then it's where is it? Where is it? It's nowhere to be found. And that's why I said that I believe, like I stated earlier, that is one thing when I was running last year was just that the fact that I stated, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do for SGA. And this year, I came out and I made it happen. And I say it again, that I'm going to continue to bridge that gap between students and continue to give a voice to students and continue to create that platform so that we're all aware of what it is that our colleges are offering us and to just do the best that I can.
Thank you. We're going to start with Mr. Martinez. You have 30 seconds to give your closing statement.
I do want to thank you all for coming out here tonight and showing us your support. So if we can all just give y'all a round of applause for coming out here tonight. As I've stated a few times already, I just want to continue to give back to the students as much as I can because we are all paying to get an education over here. It is important that we get the most out of what we pay for. And so I hope that I have your support, and thank you all for coming out.
Okay, so I just want to thank you guys again for coming out. I do want to say that I'm actually kind of glad, I want to state this as a closing statement, I'm actually kind of glad that a couple of people did not decide to run. That way we can, instead of focusing, since we basically only need one vote, instead of focusing on competing against each other, we can focus on actually improving this campus safety and transparency, as well as the diversity of the school. So I actually want to thank you guys for coming and just to not only support me, but to also support Kevin Martinez so that we can, instead of going against each other, we can actually go ahead and start working to build a bond between Georgia State and SGA.
Thank you.
Candidates, you can please exit to your left. And if go ahead, guys. Yeah, you guys go ahead. Thank you so much. Everyone, please give a round of applause to our education senators. And now we're going to take about 5 minutes to set up the stand arrangement for our business school senators. The business, and while we're making this transition, I'll just give a little short blurb. The business school senators are gonna go six persons in the first round, 6 persons in the second, 5 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. And so you guys will be hearing from a number of candidates each time. And we're gonna go ahead and get our stands changed out.
thought about it. I'll bring it tomorrow. I have a fan that could be. We can bring the USB. Yeah. See, $13 is not. We can hook up mine too.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as I get the okay, we're gonna go ahead and start.
Just a quick amount of information, everyone. These debates, as I said, are going to go in 4 rounds, and there'll be 15 minutes per round. So we're going to try to make sure we get everybody out so we can get to the food very, very quickly. But we're still going to ask these, very, very good questions to these candidates. So if I could please have the very first round of senator candidates for the College of Business. Mr. Jonathan Jones, Mr. Jan Munden, Miss Diamond Miller, Miss Viviana Santana, Miss Galila Kabidi, and Bobby Lou. Please welcome to the stage. Everyone, please welcome to the stage our senator candidates for the College of Business.
Okay, we're going to start off with a 30-second introduction of each candidate. We'll start with you, Senator Mondon.
Well, my name is Jan Munden. I'm a marketing major, sophomore. I am currently a senator of the College of Business, and last year I served as a freshman liaison, so this is my second term in the Student Government Association. I've sat on the Public Relations Committee, Student Life Committee, and Sustainability Fee Committee, and I am running with the RCB elects.
Thank you. Ms. Kabidi.
Hello, my name is Galila Kabidi, and I am a junior computer information systems major. I'm currently the head senator for the Robinson College of Business. I serve on the University Student Life Committee and the Student Life Committee within SGA. If I'm reelected, I want to improve our student involvement in Georgia State events, increase the transparency between the administration and the students, and of course, improve our campus safety. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Santana? Sorry.
I'm sorry. Buenas noches, good evening. My name is Viviana Santana. I am a sophomore honors college student, managerial science major, and one of your next RCB senators. My platform is straightforward and to the point. I want to represent your voice. I want to bring a new perspective as a Latina and as a minority to bring in new ideas and proposals. And together, I want to create an autoxography for the Robinson College of Business. So vote me, Viviana, as your next senator.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zhenran Liu. You can also call me Bobby. I'm running for the senator of Robinson College of Business. I am currently a senator of Student Government Association, also a board of director for Student Alumni Association, committee member for Spotlight Program Board. I am committed to campus safety, diversity, and transparency. The only reason why I'm here today, because I think it is a time to change the reputation of Student Government Association. We need to bring some students who are really passionate, dedicated to their positions into this organization. We need somebody really gonna put their words into their work. I believe I'm the change for this movement. Thank you.
Ms. Miller?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Diamond Miller, and I am a first-year student as an accounting major. My platform is campus safety. I want more scholarship for international students and enforce smoke-free designated areas around campus. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Jones.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan Jones. I'm an actuarial science major. I am running for senator of the Robinson College of Business. As senator, I plan to connect transfer students commuter students, and the newly merged GPC students with the rest of the Panther family. I also plan to bridge the gap between underclassmen and SGA, and also I want to increase the networking opportunities for students at the Robinson College of Business.
Thank you. We're going to start the questioning off with Senator Mondon. What leadership experiences and accomplishments have prepared you within SGA to continue serving your peers as a student government official?
30-second responses.
Well, definitely being in SGA for my second term now definitely helps a lot. Being able to just learn from people like David Jackson or others in SGA really just helped me progress myself as being a student leader and just an advocate for the student body. Just being in SGA alone really just is more so watching people do it and then being able to follow in their footsteps, because advocacy is really the great thing by SGA, because students really do rely on each other, and there's so many different things you can do with those allies. And as far as just being a student leader as well, just being involved in different organizations that I am, just really helps me be able to step up, which is the main thing.
Thank you. Ms. Kabidi, same question.
I think that my leadership with SGA has been right this past semester. I have stepped up to be head senator for my college when our head senator was unable to fulfill his duties. And I was able to do our constituent day within like 2 weeks' notice. I've served on several committees within SGA, within the Student Life Committee, as I said before, the PR Committee as well. And I think that my experience this past year will definitely help me with my goals for this next year.
Thank you. Ms. Santana?
I currently do not have any experience within SGA, but I'm finally ready to bring my outside experience to SGA. My experience with nonprofits, Lambda Theta Alpha Latin Sorority Incorporated, programs such as LEAP, and many other organizations. So I can attest to you that although I may not have any experience within SGA, I'm ready to bring it here.
Thank you. Senator Liu.
I'm currently a part of the Academic Affairs Committee with Mr. David. We prepare the pencil kits for help students to release their pressures from their final exams or their studying lives. And I also volunteered to be the ad hoc safety commission to help editing the resolution to increase the efficiency of safety escort service at the Atlanta campus of Georgia State University with Senator Gaby and Liaison Aaron. So for whatever I have been brought to the table, I've been very active in SGA, although I just filled out the vacancy for this semester, but I already gained so many experiences.
Thank you. Ms. Miller.
Well, I do not currently have a position in SGA, not yet, but I'm ready to bring my outside experience into SGA. I was currently part of the Panther Lead program, which teaches you how to become a great leader, which would be selfless, open-minded, and also show dedication and commitment to the organization. I have also attended meetings throughout Student Government Association throughout the school year. So I will let you know that I'm ready to handle this position. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Jones.
As far as SGA accomplishments, the only one I have is volunteer with the grocery shuttles along with Fortune. I've moderated the lines and I handed out surveys to get feedback from the students. And as far as leadership skills, I think a great leadership skill is putting yourself out there, and that's what I'm doing running for senator at the College of Business.
Okay, Ms. Kabidi, if I'm not mistaken, each and every one of you are on a political party in this race. Please raise your hand if you are, the question is for Ms. Kabidi, but please raise your hands if you are a part of Team Connect the Dots, Team RCB Elects, and Team Progressive Panthers. The question is for Ms. Kabidi, but all senators will have a chance to answer. What are the most discernible differences between the three political parties that the College of Business Senate candidates have divided into? What are the most distinguishable differences?
I think that each party definitely has great candidates in them, but I think that what stands out RCB elects from all the other parties is our experience with SGA. And I think that our candidates would bring more to the table with our ideas and our hard work that we've put in the past with SGA as well as other organizations. So I think that we will be coming in, if we are elected, like headstrong and ready to take on anything that our students want us to do.
Thank you. Would anyone care to follow up on that question?
For Progressive Panthers, we are very different from the other two parties. We're the most diverse team. We have very different kind of races on that. And we have, we don't have everybody has experiences on there, but we have people have passionate about it, such as Viviana, and we have people with experiences like me, Maggie, and also Josh, those people. So I do believe we both have passionate, also the experiences, so we're gonna be the best team for this campaign. Thank you.
Mr. Jones, would you care to speak on behalf of Team Connect the Dots?
Well, Team Connect the Dots is different because we're all freshmen, and to run for senator as a freshman takes a lot of charisma, courage, and passion, and I think that's something that is needed in the senator position.
This next question will start with Ms. Santana. What have you done to bring attendees to the debates, and why is it not important to have well-attended political debates?
What I've done is personally talk to each of the students, given them the importance of why it's important to come, why it's important to know what each party, what each candidate thinks or believes in and what they strive for. First of all, because we're going to be the people that are going to represent them. So we're going to be the liaison between the students and the school. So I've been able to personally talk to each and each of the students that I know personally. Me and my candidate next to me, we went to Plaza this week and we spoke with people that we didn't even know. We gave them, suggestions, reasons. Hey, come out here. The reasons for this, this, and this. So I feel like talking to students personally. I know it might be a stretch, coming up to a stranger, but that's something that you should be able to do when you're in SGA and taking that initiative to talk to someone that you feel might not care, but for us it is, because we're giving our word and what we feel to another student.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would anyone care to add to that? All right, moving on. Next question for Senator Liu.
This question is for Senator Liu. What resources would you say are missing most from the College of Business?
Good question. So from my point of view, I think we miss a lot of the notice on the international student community. I just did an interview with Ms. Peasley, who's the director of the admission office for international student recruitment. And she told me we have over 17% of Asian students on campus. However, based on my personal experiences on campus, all the leadership positions, do we have over 17% reputation? If we don't, that's a problem, and I want to change it. And also based on the Robinson Business College, we have over so many positions open for the students who have the great, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby.
Anyone care to follow up? Okay. Okay, this next question is for Ms. Miller. What are the most important issues facing College of Business students, and how do you plan to advocate to solve these problems?
That is a good question. Well, the most important issue that is facing the College of Business is definitely giving the business students great experience into their careers. I mean, we have internships, but they usually are outside the Georgia State campus. But I think they should really come here to Georgia State campus where it could be all accessible to all the students so that they can come and meet and network with different employers to get the job. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up?
I will.
Ms. Capiti.
I think that one of the most important issues that we have in the RCB are the accounting labs. On my constituent day last semester, one of our senators, Mr. Yan, actually brought it to the attention of Dean Phillips, and he told us that we are actually purchasing a building near that area where there will be a lot more room for accounting labs and things like that. So I want to continue working with him on that and making that available for all the students.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up?
I definitely can. As far as with being able to speak with Dean Phillips, another issue with as far as RCB goes, there's so many students and people don't have an exposure with the dean. Say, as far I attended the constituent day of, for example, the School of Nursing, I attended their constituent day and their dean was not there. So for example, if Dean Phillips did not show up and wasn't able to make it and he did not get there, we would not know about the counting labs. We wouldn't know there's going to be extra space. We wouldn't know that they're trying to have more online classes available for students. So there needs to be much, much more exposure besides just constituent day, which is one time a semester, for us to be able to be exposed to our deans.
Thank you. This next question will be for Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, we're going to pick up with the question about the deans. And this question is phrased kind of just for you almost. Do you feel students deserve to have a relationship with their deans, and how do you plan to connect students to their dean? Get it? Anybody? I'll repeat it again because it's pretty funny to me. But do you feel students deserve to have a relationship with their deans, and how do you plan to connect the dots for your students to their dean?
Yes, it is very important for students to have a relationship with their dean because it's the dean. I think it's pretty self-explanatory there. And to connect the dots with the students to their dean, I think an open house type of thing would be necessary. And also, if they could be present at the fairs, like the different majors fairs and internship fairs, then that would be a nice way to connect the dots there.
Thank you. I'm going to do one more question before we allot you guys a little bit of time for closing statements.
Do you feel, and this question is for Senator Mondon. This is our last question. Do you feel, excuse me guys, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Oh, do you believe the university, does a good job recognizing and supporting the College of Business?
I would say most definitely with other colleges as well, because this always recognized on how large the College of Business is. I spoke with Dean Phillips over the constituent days, and he spoke about how the College of Business has been in that building for quite a little bit of time, and there's being works and plans, and people are meeting up to create a new building for the College of Business because it's grown so much. As far as that building, I believe he said, was there in the 70s. And he says people are recognizing that college business is growing, people are coming out with degrees, and the graduation rates increasing, which the building shall improve. Everything should improve with the College of Business, as far as something as small as the accounting lab, something as large as just new location with a new building.
Thank you, thank you. Anyone care to follow up? Yes, please.
Although business school is one of the best colleges in Georgia State University, however, I think that's not enough. I think we're merged with GPC students right now, so we have to consider about their feelings too. A lot of them might really want to do business too. We should involve them into our future plan too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Jones.
I think the business program at Georgia State is the best in the state. This is why I chose Georgia State. It's the only school in Georgia that offers actuarial science as a major, which is my major, so I think it's doing a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we will begin our closing statements, and we will kick those off with Senator Kabidi.
Well, thank you guys for coming out tonight and listening to what all the candidates have to say. I just want you to know that I am here to listen, to hear your voices, and portray what you guys want to see changed in the Robinson College of Business to the rest of my senators. And if you would like to get things done this next year, please vote for Galila Kabidi April 5th through the 7th on OrgSync. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Santana, 30 seconds.
Hi, I have no doubt that we're all great candidates, but I hope that you guys can see my ambition and my determination, although I may not have had any experience here within SGA, but I hope you guys can see the love that I want to have for SGA. It is our voice, our vote, and our future here at Georgia State University. Thank you.
Senator Liu.
Thank you for everyone coming out today. And again, my name is Zira Liu, and you also can call me Bobby. And I am running for the senator of Robinson College of Business. If I am selected, I will help promote the campus safety week and efficiency of using Panther ambassadors and escorts. Collaborate with the diverse organizations on campus, such as ISAC, Chinese Student Union, and the Multi-Greek Council. And I will also make sure I really did hear from every single of you guys. Thank you. Oh, hold on, sorry.
Thank you.
Please vote for Bobby. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. As again, my name is Diamond Miller, and helping and serving people is one of my diamond qualities that I have. So at the end of the day, I do not want this position for myself. I want to serve all the needs of the students here at Georgia State. So please vote for Diamond Miller. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Jones.
I'm not running for SGA senator because I like politics or because I want some political experience. I'm running for SGA senator because I want a vote change. I plan to listen to each student in the College of Business, and I want their voices to be heard. I'm not just running for SGA senator, I'm running for each and every person in the College of Business. So if you want your voice heard, vote for me, Jonathan Jones.
Everyone, please give our candidates, our first round of candidates for the College of Business, a round of applause. Please. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Senator Munden, I'm so sorry, Jan. Go ahead. Sorry.
Once again, I'm Jan Munden. So really, I just want to say that I'm here in SGA just to serve, period. I really pride myself on doing the small things, whether it's in SGA or just through the university. So if you're looking for somebody just to be there, to listen, to serve, and to always be a voice, and an SGA member that you'll actually be able to reach out to at all times, please vote for me, Jan Munden, Org Sync, April 5th through 7th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So starting with Mr. Jones, candidates, you're going to exit to your right, starting with Mr. Jones. And may we please have the second round of business senators please come to the stage immediately. Thank you. Please welcome to the stage. Please welcome to the stage Donnell Ray, Tredrica Walker, Christian Gatlin, Lana Edmond, and Audrey Malouf. We're going to start with 30-second introductions. And guys, please forgive us if we're not able to ask you as many questions as we ask the other candidates. We do have 2 other rounds to fit in the next 30 minutes, so if you guys could please bear with us. We're gonna start with Ms. Walker with a 30-second introduction. And guys, I'm just gonna let you know now, if we stop you in the middle of talking, please don't hate us. It's just that we have a strict time schedule we're trying to stick to. So 30-second introductions.
Hello everyone, my name is Tredrica Walker. I am a junior majoring in Computer Information Systems and Managerial Sciences. And I am running for Senator for College of Business. And you should vote me because I want to promote variety of upper class levels for academic assistance. And I would like to begin a mentorship program with Georgia State alumni for they can supply job opportunities for postgraduates. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Audrey Malouf. I am a managerial science major, a freshman. I recently transferred from Huntington College where I played Division III soccer. That is why I would like to increase student involvement with athletics, increase campus safety, increase campus sustainability, and advocate for commuter students. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Lana Edmond, and I am a non-traditional freshman student. running for Robinson College of Business Senator. My major is managerial science with a minor in finances. And I am a non-traditional student, like I said before. And you might ask, what is a non-traditional student? Well, a non-traditional student is a student that didn't go to college right away. I went to cosmetology school, and from there I had a little bit of a career. My name tag fell off. A little bit of a career before I decided to come to Georgia State University. I feel as if non-traditional students are underrepresented, and so I would love to represent the non-traditional students here at Georgia State University. Okay.
All right, good evening, everybody. I'm just ecstatic to be here tonight, and I'm happy to see all of you here supporting us. My name is Christian Gatlin, and I'm happy to be running candidate for the Robinson College of Business. I currently serve as the Senate Clerk for Student Government Association, and this position has provided me with insight into what I need to implement my platform, which is campus safety, student involvement, and administrative publicity. I am currently a sophomore marketing major. Some of my campus involvement include SGA, College Girls Rock Incorporated, the Wesley Foundation, and I'm in the Honors College. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Donnell Ray. I'm a freshman computer information systems major, and I am a part of the Honors College. As a part of Team Connect the Dots, I plan on doing just that, which is connecting the various dots of our campus, which includes safety, spirit, and more importantly, connecting the business students to our great campus. My specific platform is connection through collaboration, because I feel like collaborating with others is essential to reach any type of goal. And if elected as SGA Senator for the College of Business, I will work to connect the students of the college to the faculty as well as to SGA. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll start the questions with Ms. Walker. What are the most important issues facing the College of Business students? How do you plan to advocate to solve these problems?
Okay, in the upper level classes, we don't have tutor or SI sessions for like 3,000 classes. So I believe that is very important for us to get help. And I would also like to start labs for CIS classes and managerial sciences, like the accounting lab, because we don't have help at all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Malou?
Hello. I would like to increase support for the higher level classes as well. I also think that the College of Business needs a space for students to be able to go because our current building is kind of taken over by administrative offices. So I believe that a building is the first step to that.
Thank you. Ms. Edmond?
I think that's actually a great question. I agree with them, but I also think that Robinson College of Business students also need more careers and internships available to them so that they can have more experience in the workforce when they graduate.
Thank you. Ms. Gatlin?
All right, an issue I definitely noticed was just advisement. Some students are having issues with contacting their advisors and getting quick responses. So I was thinking maybe implementing a survey to send out to the advisors to have students rate them and they can see the feedback and know what to work on for next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ray?
One thing that I've noticed, I feel like the faculty, like the student administration, is not enough. I actually talked to one of my teachers, and she said that the staff is very underrepresented. As of last semester, there was about 8,000 students enrolled and only about 200 staff, so that means around 40 students per class. And as good as that may seem, there are some classes like accounting that there are over 200 students in the class. So I feel like the students and teachers, they don't have enough of a bond. So I feel like if we bring more staff to the College of Business, we can help the students create a better bond with each other.
Thank you.
Thank you. This question is for Ms. Malouf, and then we'll, of course, allow everyone else to answer. How do you plan to advocate for increased academic opportunities within the business school?
Thank you for that question. I believe that with programs that are newly implemented where students can actually work with local businesses and create business plans rather than just learn specific lessons in a classroom but actually be out in the business world, I believe programs like that should continue to be implemented and promoted throughout the business college.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up on that question? Anyone care to follow up?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, okay, sorry. How do you plan to advocate for increased academic opportunities within your college?
I believe that an internship should be required before you graduate instead of capstone, because you could learn more experience with internship rather than doing a capstone course.
This next question will, oh, excuse me, sorry.
Okay, for me, I would say definitely maybe pairing up with one of the businesses around the Atlanta area or getting a sponsorship and having those students get hands-on experience from those businesses, because there are plenty of businesses surrounding the Atlanta area and surrounding Georgia State University. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up?
Okay.
This next question will start with Ms. Edmond. There are 21 candidates in the race for Senator of the College of Business, our most contested race in the election. What do you think distinguishes you from your competitors?
That's actually a great question. I'm actually a very great candidate for this position, and what makes me different is because I'm a non-traditional student. I'm also a commuter student. With that being said, I feel like like I said before, a lot of non-traditional students are underrepresented within the Robinson College of Business. So although we do have a lot of qualified candidates, I feel like we need to also represent the entire student body. And so I feel like I would be the great senator for the Robinson College of Business non-traditional students.
Thank you. Anyone care to add? Ms. Maloof.
I would like to implement programs not solely within our SGA, but also involving students as well as local legislators, because of recent legislation possibly being passed, the campus carry bill. I believe that we need to involve local legislators to be able to let every student's voice be heard, and that is our job. So.
Thank you.
Okay, this question is for Ms. Gatlin. A very general question. I'll just try to lighten up the mood a little bit. What's your leadership motto?
My leadership motto?
What's a motto you go by for leadership?
My leadership motto would probably be leaders lead by following. And I think that's very important because people usually misconstrued the idea between a boss and a leader. A boss usually takes over, takes control, and demands. A leader will bring the whole team together, leads by following, learns from others, and learns from their mistakes. Thank you.
Would anyone care to add their motto? Ms. Walker.
Leadership is about generalizing a vision, and when you lead in, you aspire to encourage and enable others, and I believe you should do all those three things to be a leader.
My two mottos are very lighthearted. First, Nike, just do it, and does Young Metro trust you?
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Ray?
I have a leadership motto as well. It's probably not going to be funny, but I believe in it. And I believe that in order to lead, you must first serve. You have to understand the term serving. And also, you have to be able to distinguish the characters of your followers when you are leading, so that you can designate each task for that for your followers. So.
Mr. Jones, oh sorry, Mr. Ray.
For me, my leadership model is what I learned in JRTC in high school, which is the acronym LDRship. And it basically stands for honor, duty, respect, personal courage, selfless service, and integrity. I feel like these are very important because without these qualities, you can't get anything done. These 7 qualities go hand in hand with trying to get any goal done, and I feel like I have those qualities, so I can use that as SGA Senator.
Thank you. And now we're going to provide 30 seconds each for closing statements, starting with Ms. Walker.
Okay, SGA decisions affect every student at GSU, and my goal is to listen to everyone to get change. I am here for diversity, academics, transparency, and to progress on our campus. So please vote me for Senator for RCB.
First, I would like to thank you all so much for your time and for coming out. I hope that with your support, we'll be able to make big changes in SGA next year. I would like to focus on increasing campus safety, increasing sustainability, increasing student support of athletics, and making commuter students more comfortable here. In doing so, we will not only make Georgia State the largest institution in the state of Georgia, but also the most desirable. And I encourage you on April 5th to the 7th, don't goof, vote Maloof on Org Sync. Thank you.
Ms. Edmond.
I too would like to thank everybody for coming out, and I just want to leave you with these three things. When people describe me, they use three words: dedicated, responsible, and professional. I am a dedicated person. I am committed to serving you guys and to being your voice. I'm responsible and I'm professional. I will not let you down, and if you vote for me on April 5th through the 7th, I will make sure I make you proud. Thank you.
Again, I just want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting us. I would love your vote and your support in this election because I'm all about action and execution. Many of us talk about issues, but only a few of us will solve these issues. Again, my name is Christian Gatlin, and I look forward to being your next senator for the Robinson College of Business.
Hi, thank you guys for coming. I chose to run for SGA because I feel like they are the first step in getting anything done because they are the mediums for the student voice. I believe that I have the necessary qualities to be SGA senator. And if elected, I will continue to uphold my beliefs as well as the beliefs for the College of Business. And connecting the dots of the Georgia State campus is what I ultimately plan to do. And I would do that by continuing to be an advocate for change and collaboration for the College of Business. So vote Donnell Ray for SGA senator. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone, please give a round of applause to our second round of senator candidates for the Robinson College of Business. Please have our third round of candidates please grace the stage. Everyone, please welcome Maggie Wynn, Joya Deves, Ikena Okoronkwo, Josh Ankanola King, Federico Morales, and Alexis Rickman. Please welcome our third round of candidates to the stage.
I guess they just told us you're in the next one.
Okay, you're in the next one. I'm sorry.
Can we get it like moved up, like, cause it's kind of low.
Ladies and gentlemen, please respect the candidates on the stage and you're exiting. Thank you. We will have 30-second introductions beginning with Senator Wynn.
Hello, everybody. What makes me unique? What I can guarantee you is that I have a strong and undeniable passion for Georgia State University, as I want to continue working on three issues that lies within the letters of GSU. G stands for Georgia State University Official Mobile App. S stands for Safety on Campus. And U stands for Unity among all students. My name is Maggie Wynn, and I want to be a senator once again for the Robinson College of Business. Thank you.
My name is Ikena Okoronkwo, and I'm a junior double major in accounting and finance. Upon arriving at Georgia State, I saw many issues that caught my eye, such as the disengagement of white and various students during plaza time, as well as smoking during plaza time. So, vote for me, Ikena Okoronkwo, as I'm running for the prestigious Robinson School of Business on April 5th through 7th with the Progressive Panthers, as we adhere to commitment to transparency, diversity, and most importantly, campus safety. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Joshua Akinola King. I'm running for Senator of the Robinson College of Business. I'm a computer information systems major. I'm a very determined, resilient guy. that provides creative, new, and diverse solutions to any problem I'm faced with. If elected, I want to connect the students of the business college together, unite them, and find their voice, and promote that through SGA. I want to inform sophomores and incoming freshmen of SGA and their services and get them more involved with SGA directly. I would also like to help them transition more smoothly into their junior and senior years through the implementation and promotion of scholarships, internships, and other opportunities. So vote for me, Joshua Akinola King. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joya Davies. I'm a sophomore managerial science and marketing double major here at Georgia State. For our CV students, I would like to just make sure that we are successful post-graduation, meaning that we have the proper software, the proper credentials, the proper equipment and materials so that we will be successful. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I am Federico Morales. I'm a freshman majoring in marketing, and I am a Gozueta Scholar. I am also a mentor of the Latino Leadership Initiative here on campus. I would like to say that, of course, safety is a big issue, and one thing that I want to clarify is that we should be taking back our campus. We should be trusting each other. We should be having a community, being prideful and spirited of where we are and with the school we attend. So I want you all to keep that in mind. Trust Morales, vote for me, April 5th through the 7th. Thank you.
All right, this first question is going to start with Senator Nguyen, and we'd like all the candidates to answer it. What do you believe is the biggest issue that needs most immediate address by the student government, and how do you plan to advocate to fix it?
Of course. So as you all know, we have the campus safety issues that's been going on. And I think it's not a problem of how the GSU Police Department handles the situation, but rather two issues. Students feel they have a lack of awareness of the resources that the GSU Police Department offers, as well as they don't feel a strong connection between the GSU Police Department. And then this is not what I will do, but I've already passed a legislation along with Senator Gray on a legislation called Campus Safety Awareness Month. Starting next term during the month of September, the GSU police officers will have a chance to interact with all the students and for the students to ask questions about safety or any concerns that they might have.
Thank you.
I also think campus safety is very important. What I would do is I would implement different office times for officers to come in. When officers start their shift, they usually have 8-hour to 10-hour shifts. So when they come in at the first hour of the shift and when they come in the first hour of the shift, they're not going to be the same or have the same work ethic as their first hour versus their 10th hour. So what I would do is I would implement 4-hour shifts rotation between officers throughout the college, 4 hours in the library, 4 hours in Idaho, 4 hours at Sparks, and that'll be it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a great question. Thank you for that question. As we all know, campus safety is definitely a big issue right now. I first would like to commend the changes that President Mark Becker and Georgia State as well have made in order to improve the relations. If I'm elected, currently I've already been in touch with members of the campus safety committee. If I am elected, I'll continue to definitely sit in on those meetings. I definitely support the movement to get more police officers, and Corey Gray is currently trying to get a bill passed that will have improved security cameras in the library. I believe that and other security measures are definitely needed in order to improve campus safety. Thank you.
Once again, my name is Joya Davies. I think one of the bigger issues as well with campus safety is the connection between not only students and SGA, but SGA and housing. On multiple of university, housing and SGA are bound together. Georgia State is a little different. I feel like to get to the students, we need to get to the ones that are primarily on campus 24/7, which is housing. There is not a bridge there. I plan to build the bridge between the two. I feel that if
done a lot of work mispronouncing it.
School and they go home. Georgia State is basically a commute school, and what we need to do is get the word of mouth out and let them know about the issues that are going on.
Thank you.
Anyone care to pick up the question? Yes, Ms. D?
With that being said, I feel as word of mouth is definitely vital, but we need to connect to how our day and age works. We need to go through social media, Instagram, Twitter, emails. I feel as though emails are very important, but let's be honest, not everyone checks the emails on a daily basis. So in that case, if I say something happened with a robbery, if I see it on Instagram, something that I'm flowing through constantly throughout the day, and Twitter and conversation and group me, then I'm going to be more aware of it, rather than saying, oh, I didn't see it 2 days later after getting the email. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to pick up there.
Yes, sir.
With sustainability, we should also be taking initiative. As senator, I believe that we should start passing more regulations so we can have more bins for recycling, you know, for having that around campus, because currently I know that we have them in certain locations, that being on Piedmont Housing, and I believe also around the Student Center, but we should have that implemented in each building and have that around so students can be aware that sustainability is an issue and that we should be caring for our campus and the city that we live in. Thank you.
This next question will be, this is actually the last question. This will start with Mr. Akinola King. This is the biggest, most competitive part of the SGA race, this College of Business Senate vacancy. So what sets you and your political party apart from all the other candidates in their parties?
Thank you for that question. First, I would like to start with my political party, Team Connect the Dots. We are not as big as the other parties that are running. That is for a specific reason. I personally know these two people, or the other two people that are in my party. We formed this party not because we want to, win or get our name out there. We align our views, and so we chose this party because this is stuff that we definitely believe in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to follow up. So I'm running on the team Progressive Panthers, and what sets us apart from the other parties is that we're committed, we have experience, and we're passionate about Georgia State University. And it's just not, juniors or seniors running this party. I'm a first-year student myself, and I just love working with a diverse group of people because this enables us to grow ourselves and better the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Davies.
Hi, once again, my name is Joy Davies, and I'm running with the RCB Elects. As some of my party has already stated, they have been talking to the dean and getting ideas and implementing those ideas, as well as others. I also feel that we are also committed. We are very concerned about RCB. As one of the largest colleges, I feel like we need the most resources, the most information so that we are successful post-graduation, and we have been implementing that. And if we are voted, we will continue to implement that and make change. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to say I am running independently currently, but that's a strength because I'm here to listen to each and every one of you. I want to know how we can improve this, and if voted senator, I want to know how I can improve the College of Business. I want to know how I can improve your overall experience on campus and within your classes. On top of that, I want for future generations that are coming to the school to have a good campus life, to feel pride in their university. And so I'm here to take all your advice, to hear your opinions and your concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Candidates will now offer your 30-second closing statements. We're going to begin with Senator Nguyen.
Guys, I want to be the crazy one. Because according to Steve Jobs, the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who usually do. And I really want to continue on serving our university and making an impact on our world of Georgia State University. I'm passionate, committed, and I have experience. And there's nothing that I want more than to continue on with the hard work that I've done so far. So please vote for me, Maggie Nguyen, the senator for the Robinson College of Business. Thank you.
Thank you for that question. I transferred to Georgia State during the fall of last semester, not to party, not to meet new people, but to focus on my studies and to change Georgia State. As soon as I came to Georgia State, I saw many issues that people don't see because when you stay at Georgia State for a while, you get used to things. Things are the same. And when you come to Georgia State, you see things from a different point of view. You get to look at all the issues that need to be addressed. Therefore, I have a quote that I always go by, and I think it's very important, which is keep moving forward. No matter what happens, always keep going forward and get results and do your best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would first like to thank everybody for coming out to support the candidates today. I believe that the voice of the students is a very powerful tool. My goal is to ensure that every single voice is heard and to bridge the gap between the students and SGA, make that connection a lot stronger. And if elected, I plan to do that. I have full faith that the students will make the right choice and elect me, Joshua Akinola King, as Senator for RCB. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to thank you once again for coming out today. As an RCB Senator candidate, I just wanted to say that I want change. I feel like you need to be the change that you want to see. With that being said, I plan to get ideas, I plan to promote, I plan to make everyone successful, not just RCB, but SGA, Georgia State students, GPC students as a whole. With that being said, I am running with the RCB elective, and I'm also supporting Corey Gray and Janae Williams. Thank you.
Again, I am Federico Morales, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming out, supporting us, the candidates. And I would like to say, please vote for me. Why? Because I have to move, evolve, and of course, be on the forefront of change in education in our state and in our nation. So if we can do that starting as simple as through the Student Government Association, then that is why I'm here. Please vote for me. Federico Morales, trust Morales, take back our school. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone, please give our third round of senator candidates for the College of Business a round of applause, please. Thank you. And please welcome to the stage our last and final round of candidates. We're not going to keep anyone too long, but please welcome to the stage Amir Scaffi. We're going to begin with 30-second opening statements, and we're going to begin with Liaison Alexis Rickman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Rickman. I am a freshman honors college student studying actuarial science, a freshman liaison for your student government, as well as a member of Gamma Iota Sigma Business Fraternity. My primary goal as a senator will be student involvement, specifically getting students involved in organizations. After talking to a lot of students, I've found that the problem is not how to get involved, but like what to get involved in, and I just want to try and help that, so thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Emir Scaife. I'm a CIS major. I'm an honors college student. I'm also a student athlete here at Georgia State, and I play for the football team, obviously. In my time here at Georgia State, I've yet to see any athletes represented in the SGA organization, and I would like to be the first to tackle that issue. Essentially become the liaison between the regular student body and the student athletes. Martin Luther King once said that he who was greatest among you shall be your servant, and I'm here to serve you, so vote for me.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Wing. I'm running to represent RCB in SGA Senate. I'm a managerial science major. I'm a senior now, so this is actually my last year here. As an international student from Vietnam, I have been actively involved to promote cultural exchange program on campus. Our campus is very diverse. Yes, I believe we can do so much more. I will sponsor legislation to support our campus diversity. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Sherez Wright, and I'm a freshman. My major is marketing. I'm running for the senator for the Robinson College of Business. I'm a member of the Student Support Services. I'm a student assistant for Outward Bound Trio programs. I volunteer for the Spotlight program, and I'm also a member of the Outreach Christian Ministry. My platform is simple. to create organizations to bring early exposure towards the freshman community within the college. I'm sure your parents have always taught you to do what's right. So April 5th through 7th, do what's right and vote Sherez right in the RCB legs.
Mr. Murray.
Good afternoon, Georgia State family and friends. My name is Michael Murray. I'm a junior business economics major. I would first like to take the time to thank you all for coming out tonight and supporting all the candidates and seeing what we all stand for. I'm currently a senator for the Robinson College of Business. This year as a senator, I'll let you know that the Senate and I have taken strides collectively to uplift and connect the student body, and we are far from finished so far. A little about myself is I'm a director of education for the Pi Alpha chapter of Phi Beta Sigma. I'm a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. I was the 2015 National Panhellenic Council Treasurer, and I'm a current SGA Senator, and I sit on the Student Services and the University Senate Athletic Committee.
Thank you.
Okay, this is going to be our first question, and it will be to Senator Murray. How would you describe the programs offered in the business college?
Thank you for that question. We have great programs overall. I just believe that the awareness of them is just, I would say, lackluster at the time, because right now students don't know about the career management programs that we have. We have a great amount of internship opportunities, and if you go on to Robinson Connect, there are probably over 300 opportunities, and I feel that through me, we will be able to reach out to those students and help those get those opportunities.
Thank you. Mr. Nguyen.
Yeah, I actually want to follow up on that. I think we offer a really good program, but okay, I'm a senior here. This is my last year here, and I'm taking 4,000 level courses. And to be honest with you, I feel that our curriculum is too broad, and I go to job interview. I go to job interview many times throughout the year, and when they ask me, hey, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. Well, I believe I'm on top of my class. I'm getting A's, I ace all of my class, and I feel that I don't have the particular skill that I need to go out there to be in the workforce. And I think that's very important.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Scaife.
Yeah, I agree with both of them as far as that goes, as far as the awareness of the programs, and that's, I think we need to focus, the programs need to focus on giving us knowledge that we can apply to the real world versus knowledge that we can answer test questions with to pass the test. He's a senior here, he doesn't feel ready for the real world. I think we need to focus on programs, like I said, to give us applied knowledge versus just A, B, C, D answer choice.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Anyone care to follow up? Anyone care to follow up? All right, the next question will be for Ms. Wright. What do you think are the most immediate issues that need legislative addressing from the SGA?
I feel the most important should be safety. Safety is very important on our campus right now due to the fact that we have had previous robberies and gunpoints. I feel like that should be the main focus we should focus on right now, implementing safety awareness, bringing together, like allowing people to have the opportunities to have those, I'm sorry, having those opportunities to become aware of safety and have people have like safe defense classes and everything else like that.
Thank you. Anyone care to follow up? Okay, moving on. We'll do sustainability for Nguyen.
Mr. Nguyen, this question is for you. It's related to sustainability. So how important do you feel sustainability is on our campus, and how do you plan to promote the efforts?
Well, I think sustainability is very important. I also a student assistant in SGA office, and I talked to Justin Brighthart, the senator for the school. Well, what Justin usually do is he sponsors sustainability event, and I don't feel like Georgia State students aware of it. I think the first thing we have to do is put the word out there, and I think we have this question before. I believe we should put it on social media. I believe everyone needs to know about it, and to this day of age, everyone check the Instagram, everyone check the Snapchat. Our PR need to do a better job promoting our sustainability event.
Thank you, Brian. Ms. Rickman?
With sustainability and given its priority on the world stage right now, I think it should be much more of a priority here on campus with programs of raising awareness of how to make pushes towards sustainability. I think would be the most important thing to step towards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone care to add? Okay, we'll start this next question off with Ms. Wright. Or sorry, did we win last time?
When was last time? Yes.
Okay, Mr. Scaife. Okay, first of all, tell us your political party if you are in one, and what separates you and that party from the rest of the candidates and their own?
That's a funny story, actually. I was in RCB elects, then I got taken out of it, but I think I'm back in it again. So I'm supporting RCB elects. But what makes us different, what makes me different and distinct, like I said earlier, I'm a student athlete, and I have access to, we're at least 500 deep in the athletic department. So to have access to these athletes, and everybody knows that athletes have a certain influence on the campus, and getting these people out to support the movements that we're trying to do within the Senate.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Would anyone care to add?
I'll add for a second.
Yes, sir.
Once again, Michael Murray. I'm actually not on a party right now. I did have the opportunity to join one, but I had to respectfully decline because I do feel like the groups or the parties are very, I want to say very narrow-minded on what they want. Because every year business students say, I want progression, I want success in our group, I want the business college to be better. But like, what is better? And I feel as if me running for a candidate for Robinson College of Business, I have the experience and the knowledge and the application available, like working in the Student Services Committee with VP Onzarike. We have got partial meal plans, grocery shuttles, and we also help with the Panther Pantry.
Thank you. Mr. Nguyen.
Yes, so I'm running with Team Progressive Panther, and we are a group of 20, and we don't run just to want to get elected. Yes, we are the biggest party, but we are, while Bobby said it before, I will say it again, we have the small experience, we are the most diverse, and we are here to serve you. So that is the reason why I am Progressive Panther.
Thank you. And this will be our final question before we have 30-second closing statements.
This question is to Ms. Rickman. What recommendations would you make to the university in its plans to have the College of Business relocated?
Thank you for that question. I guess in that specific question in relocating, I don't feel educated enough to speak on the subject, so I'm gonna pass. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Nguyen?
Yes, I think we do need a new building. I have actually one class in the business building, which is a very odd thing to do because we never offer classes in the business building. Most of the building is administration. So the building is old and it does not support the student body that we have. The law school student, they don't have 8,000 students, they don't have 7,000 students, they have a brand new building. And it feels like we are one of the biggest schools on Georgia State campus, and I think we deserve a new building.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Murray.
All right, once again, thank you for that question. And I do believe we should relocate, but at the same time, keep our office as well, because people don't realize that why the office is here and truly downtown is because of all the opportunities that are around. If you look at all the internships available, most of them are in a central location around Atlanta, and if we do relocate, it would have to be outside of the city where less opportunities are available.
Thank you. Now, if no one wants to add, we'll get back to Mr. Murray. You can start us off with your closing statement.
Once again, I want to thank you all for coming out tonight and supporting us all, and I do respect all the candidates out here and what you all stand for. As a candidate for the RCB, I do believe that I am running for the Robinson College of Business, but I'm representing every student here on campus. The biggest thing on my platform is commuter students. Commuter students are over 70% of the campus right now, and their voice is not heard. Most students come to class and leave. I would want to get them involved in every activity possible and have them surveyed.
Thank you. Ms. Wright.
I would like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. And again, my name is Sherez Wright, and I'm a freshman. And I would like everyone to vote for me April 5th through 7th. Do what's right and vote Sherez Wright for RCB in the RCB Lakes. Thank you.
Mr. Nguyen.
Wow, thank you everyone for coming out tonight to listen to what we have to say. Since I started school here in Georgia State, I also work as a student assistant for SGA, and I've been working inside SGA, allow me the opportunity to understand our student, the challenges that our students are facing, and this motivates me to run for office. I stand here today to ask you to vote for me, vote for my team, Progressive Panther, and vote for the change you want to see on campus.
Thank you. Mr. Scaife.
I just want to thank everybody that came to support me. I appreciate y'all all for coming. And one of the biggest things I want to get done, if elected, is from an athletic standpoint, is to get us available in our scholarship STD testing, because we are often drug tested and never, from the aspect of our health, we're never awarded that in our scholarship. So I would like to get that implemented so we can go about our health and taking care of ourselves in that aspect. So, thank you. But yeah, vote for me. All that, yeah.
Thank you all for sticking around. I'll try to keep it short. Again, I'm a freshman liaison here. I have been to the Senate meetings, and I've seen what they're about, and I'm ready to get things done. And you just need to elect me first. April 5th through the 7th on OrgSync. Alexis Rickman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. I think the numbers tonight in our audience have been few, but the passion has been strong tonight. So thank you. And please give all of our candidates, especially the ones on the stage, a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, also please join us tomorrow for our debates for the the senators for the College of Andrew Young School of Policy Studies and the senators for the Arts and Sciences College. We'll begin at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you so much.